Hello everyone, welcome back. Monty here, and in this mini Twitch lesson video, we're going to be talking about something that was asked of me directly, which if you guys go ahead and follow the link in the description, you can come to the live stream and suggest these kinds of videos as well. But this person asked about motivation, especially when learning a new language, which is kind of what this channel is all about. So, motivation. How do I stay motivated when, well, let's look at what happens. You could be hitting a block, which is probably what a majority of you are running into. You could just be not finding anything interesting. And so you need to stay motivated so you can keep learning this language. So I think the first thing you should do when you are starting to lack a little bit of motivation is, let's get these out of the way, you should remember your goals. Remember your goals. Why are you learning this language? Is it for the love of it? Is it just because you need to pass a class? Is it because you want to do this one specific thing, like travel there or get a job? Whatever that goal may be, remembering that goal will reinvigorate and relight that spark within you to keep going. If it's something like for class, it's not going to have as much as an effect, but then you'll remember, I got to trudge on. I got to go through all these stuff just that way I get good enough to pass this class. But if it's something more enlightening or something more personal to you, like, oh, I just love this language and I want to watch shows without subtitles, or I want to read this book in its original language. All of these things that you remember will make you think, okay, let's go ahead and keep going and try this. The second thing you should do is kind of change up your studying. Changing up your method of studying specifically. So let's say you do apps all the time, or let's say you only watch video lessons. Try to change it up. Maybe instead of doing a lot of active studying, you can convert that into more passive studying. Now what I mean by that is, instead of going ahead and going through an app or like flashcards and just going through a vocabulary list and it's just boring without end, maybe instead of that kind of active memorization, you'll be like, you know what? Let's sit down and instead of watching a lesson on YouTube, let's watch a few vlogs, or maybe let's watch a funny skit. Or instead of just go ahead and going through textbook after textbook, you can be like, you know what? Let's sit down and read a novel, read a short story, or look up some interesting facts in that native language. You could also, again, instead of being like, all right, this many hours, I'm going to sit down, I'm just going to study, you can be like, you know what? Let's put on a show. Let's put on some music. All of these, so from that active listening and focusing to something more passive that can be done in the background, where you're still getting that immersion and surrounding yourself with the language. And so your brain is still going to pick up a lot of things. And maybe when you're doing this passiveness, you just focus a little bit. Like, let's say you're learning Japanese and you're watching anime and you just hear a grammar point, you hear a word or a sentence structure that you caught on to, pause it, rewind it, listen to it again, see if you can figure it out. Or you can just keep watching, don't even pay any mind to it. It's all right. So when you start to lose that motivation of, I really want to learn the language, I really want to get so good, remember, why do I want to get good? And then if you remember why you're getting good, and you're still running into that block of, God, I know a lot, but I'm starting to forget words, I'm not understanding this grammar point, change it, take a break, but still keep that immersion through, again, music, shows, videos, books, things that are more entertaining. It's another thing that I wanted to bring up. make your learning, this is important, fun. You're never gonna get motivation if this has to be work. Even me, when I make these videos, if I don't see this as I love teaching you guys, which is absolutely true, there is no way I can get through all these videos, doing all these live streams. This is what I absolutely enjoy doing. Not just for you guys, but for me, myself. And all of these are going to help you with your motivation, because when you make it fun, it makes it easier to digest the information, and you just want to keep doing it. You're not going to want to stop. You could keep going for hours and hours on end and still be learning and also having fun as well. So, and another thing, when you're hitting that block, when you keep running into all these things, it's okay to stop. Just stop. That's it. You can just not do anything with that language and it's fine. And some people do this when they learn a lot of words and then they realize, oh my God, I forgot so much. Well, think about it this way. When you're learning a new language and you come across a giant vocabulary list, I would say a good number of those words inside of that vocabulary list are not as important as you think it is. You're going to remember words for average things. Hello, hi, about the weather, about time. You're probably going to forget all the complicated words about like science or zoology terms or freaking astrophysics. If you learn all those words, it's not going to matter. They're going to drop out and it's going to be completely fine, because if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. But that's okay, because you can just either relearn it if you really want to know those words, or you can just forget about it. And then when someone brings up the topic, if you know enough words in their language, you can ask in that language what this means. That's something that's great, because we do it in our native language all the time. We hear an unfamiliar term. What do? We ask them, hey, what does that mean? Perfectly legitimate question, no matter what language you ask it in. And so when you take all of these into account, you want to first remember your goals. You may want to change up your studying from being so active and tense and focused to something more passive and relaxed. You want to make it fun for yourself, so you stay motivated, I guess. Or it makes you want to keep going and not stop, which makes you go for longer, which makes you learn even more. And if all of that doesn't work, just take a break. Maybe you're one of those people that's learning multiple languages. So you want to stop with one, you kind of want to flirt with another. You can do that. It's fine. This is your language learning journey. No one else can tell you how to go about it. I can help, I can suggest, but all of these should be taken with a grain of salt. And so, that's going to do it. Thank you so much for watching. Any comments, questions, concerns can be asked down in the comments section below. Or, like I said before, I have a link in the description to my Twitch channel where you can ask me directly or suggest more videos to be done. That'll do it. I'll see ya, and thanks.